Hello, John DiLeo. You're going to teach us a few things, I think, about Mary Poppins today.
Oh, okay. Yes. Hey, Nick. How you doing?
Hi.
We're continuing our discussion of my book, Not Even Nominated, 40 Overlooked Co-Stars of Oscar-Winning Performances. And we all know that Julie Andrews won as Best Actress for Mary Poppins. And it's true, Dick Van Dyke wasn't nominated, but that's not who I want to talk about as the person in that movie who should have been nominated. Um, I'm going to talk about David Tomlinson, who played Mr. Banks, the father in the family, because I was 3 years old when it came out, loved it, saw it many times in the theater. I even brought my Mary Poppins spoon, which is from that year. I can't remember how I got it, but somehow I've held on to
I
it.
hope it was legally obtained.
It was legally obtained, but it's over 60 years old now. But here it is. Um,
And you never thought of eBay.
I'm not giving it up. Are you kidding?
I knew you didn't.
So anyway, now I've lost in my thoughts of 1964. If you see it as an adult now, the movie is the character who's of the most interest is actually Mr. Banks, because he's the one that changes the most. Mary Poppins is enchanting and wonderful, but she's the same at the end of the movie as she is at the beginning. Dick Van Dyke, totally delightful, but he actually has nothing to do with the plot of the movie. You could remove him, we would miss him, but he doesn't really add anything essential to the story. It's really about Mary Poppins coming not so much to help the children, but to help the father realize that he's not paying attention to his life, that he needs to be more present and in his life, in his marriage, in being a father, instead of being concerned only with the precision of his life as a banker, everything so regimented and perfect, and being a perfect gentleman, a perfect businessman, and missing out on his life, missing out on the important things. And through Mary Poppins' intervention in the children's lives, he comes to that. And the big climax of the movie is him singing Let's Go Fly a Kite, learning to be spontaneous, learning to appreciate his family, learning to just look around and be available to the people that he loves and who love him. And so it's actually very moving. And like I said, we see him, he's stern and regimented and all of that. And to watch him let go in the last chunk of the movie is the emotional climax of the story. And so what I think I adore Julie Andrews and the music and the special effects. There's so much to love in Mary Poppins, but emotionally, what we respond to is David Tomlinson.
And you mentioned Dick Van Dyke. Did he ever get an Academy Award or a nomination?
No.
Never. He wasn't in that many movies?
No, I mean, we think of he's in movies, of course, and he won a Tony for Bye Bye Birdie. He won a number of Emmys, beginning, of course, with the Dick Van Dyke Show, which is still one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. So his movie career wasn't as obviously prominent as his television career, but he had a nice run in the 60s. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I love Dick Van Dyke. I don't, and people have made fun of his Cockney accent in this movie for decades. I don't mind it. And he's such a great triple threat performer. He sings, he dances, he acts, and I adore his work as well as Julie Andrews. But particularly, I'm always trying to figure out what are the magic ingredients of good movies, and I think it's easy to overlook the fact that David Tomlinson is actually probably more than any other element, the magic ingredient, aside from all those wonderful things around him, the guts of it are.
So the character arc of Mr. Banks, overlooked perhaps by others, but not John DiLeo.
You can't fool me.
Thanks very much, John.
Thanks,
Appreciate
Nick.
your time, really.